Hello my fellow gamers, welcome back to Comfortable Gaming again, and today's video we're doing Is Destiny 2 Still Worth It? The new announcement of Witch Queen. Should you jump back into the game or wait for next year, or are you a returning player, a new player? That's what we're gonna go over in this video. Now starting first, I just want to say what brought me back to Destiny was actually a friend who said, hey, do you want to play some Destiny? And I was like, I don't know. I haven't played it in a while, and I finished Beyond Light. That was the last thing I did, and geared up for that season and things like that. And then he says, come back. I'm kind of want to play with someone, have some fun. I'm like, why not? Let's just see what's happening with Destiny, new things, and the announcement of the Witch Queen, and there was a new season that was announced. So jumping straight back into Destiny, even though I've played Destiny 1 and Destiny 2. I'm still a little bit, confused what are the new things to do. And that's one of the things I always say about Destiny, that it takes getting used to what you need to be doing and type of thing in the game. But moving on to the new season, you meet the Awoken Queen again, and you do this Dream City, new dungeons and stuff, like new quests. There's a couple of new exotics and a new quest to do, which is quite good for the new season, so the game doesn't feel like you finish the expansion and that's it, and then a new seasons coming and things to do in the game, which keeps it quite fresh, because Destiny has always struggled with being, let's say, having a little bit of quite a dry spell in between expansions, and especially from Destiny 1 and going to Destiny 2. So that's quite nice to see. All in all, it's still a rinse and repeat. You're going to do your dailies type of thing. Like I've always said, Destiny has become like an MMO RPG shooter type of thing. It's supposed to be like just a looter shooter, which it is, but I feel like it's more going to the RPG side, which is really good for this game, And I think what that started at, ever since Destiny left Activision, they started going on a better path in recovering and things like that. And I'm happy to see what Bungie's come up with the new things. I think Beyond Light took a lot of steps forward, and increasing the RPG side of things, reducing the new subclass that was the new stasis when you go dark type of thing, which was, I think, very cool. And the story was decent. The only thing I've always had a little bit of critique, that the expansions can be finished fairly quickly, which was a little bit of a letdown. You pay for the expansion, for example, and you can finish it in a day or two. I'm not saying you unlock all the exotics, but the story-wise, and Destiny's story and lore telling is excellent. Like, the lore is excellent. And like, if you don't know what's going on and you're a returning player to Destiny, or you haven't played in a while, or you're a new player, Destiny's now put a thing in your main screen where you open your directory where all the planets are. There's like a little mode there, history of Destiny. So all the way from Destiny 1 up until now, you can watch the whole movie and intro, what's been happening, to catch you up if you forgot, or you're a new player and you're like overwhelmed. What do I do? What's with the story? I haven't played Destiny 1, and you don't have to sit and watch a YouTube video. Everything is there, and which is a little nice thing for new players and things like that. Keeps it fresh. Like I said, the RPG element is, I think, a really strong suit at the moment, and I think what they need to be going forward. And they have said that in the Witch Queen expansion and stuff, they're going to focus more on the new classes and the new subclasses and things to tweak it and the way you want to play, customize your grenades, etc., which I think is a very important thing, because this game's, it needs to feel like a great shooter, but it's got a lot of, you're playing a Warlock, you're playing a Titan, you got all these abilities, and they should focus that on more, and I think that's a great part to it. Going over the story in Destiny for new players or returning players, the story is excellent in Destiny. It's one thing I've always loved, the story. And now with this new season, with the Astral Alignment, there's quests and dailies to repeat, and like a dungeon that you do, which is really done well, and the story always keeps me engaged. It's such an interesting, Destiny is a very interesting game. It borrows a lot of things from a lot of games and niches it into its own element and keeps it so unique. And like, it can get a bit boring as you kind of do the same thing, but there's so much content to dive into. So if you're a free-to-play player and you just jumped into Destiny, it is a bit of overwhelming. Don't worry, there's a lot to do. You're not going to get bored, and as you play, you will learn as you go what needs to be done. Follow some guides on the internet and things like that, and that's one strong suit. Like, there's the lore in the world is excellent in Destiny, and I always emphasize that, and being more of an RPG makes it better for this game. Ever since they left, like I said, Activision, it's been better since Beyond Light, and they are saying they're going that in that future, fingers crossed, with Witch Queen. And going back to story, it's really fun, and it's really engaging as a casual player like myself who doesn't have time to raid all the time and do all these hectic dungeons, Grandmaster, Nightfall. It's nice to see that there's a lot of friendliness for casual, but it also needs a little bit of improvements that I think we'll talk later in the video about. PvP side has been improved. I played it a couple of months ago when Stasis was quite overpowered. It's still quite strong, but it's fairly been balanced, and not everyone is just using it all the time, and PvP's gotten a little bit better and more fun again. The weapons and the gameplay wise, it's one of Destiny's strong suits since Destiny 1. Like, it's such a unique game, and just like I said, it borrows a lot of things. The shooting is excellent. There's one game I've always said that every gun feels so different. I think you can maybe compare Borderlands to it. Borderlands guns are quite different from one another, and Destiny does it very well. And there's so much loot to go through, and so many unique guns and challenges to do and to unlock new exotics and things like that, which is very important. And strikes are still a lot of fun in the game. Control, Gambit, PvP is excellent. The raids are still good. There's a lot, and the game is in a very healthy state, and I think people should pick it up and play it. Now, picking up the game, two things you need to know. One, are you a free-to-play player, or you want to buy the expansions? Now, again, Destiny is free-to-play, and there's a lot of content before you need to buy any expansion. Are the expansions worth it? Yes, but I suggest waiting for them to be on sale, then buying them, because they can still be pricey. Now, if you're a Game Pass subscriber, you're in a little bit of luck, because for quite a while, Destiny and all the expansions have been on Game Pass. To Forsaken, Shadowkeep, and Beyond Light are all free if you have Game Pass, and that makes it a big thing. Jumping into, you pretty much get the whole thing up to now, Destiny, to play, and that's a lot of content to go through. So that's a thing to consider if you are a Game Pass subscriber. If not, free to play still, there's still plenty and hours, and it will tell you if you like the game or not, if you want to jump back into it. I'll say it's worth it to try it out and see if it's for you and see what you like, and it can draw you in. If you like looter shooters and you like MMO, then most certainly will be worth it type of thing. And like I said, so many game modes to do and stuff, it just doesn't get boring, and it sucked me in back again, texting my friend saying, hey, let's play a little bit of Destiny again, and I'm happy to be playing Destiny again. And I'm back again, doing dailies, trying to gear up my character again, and I'm playing quite casually because I'm playing other things, but it's still friendly, and you won't be sucked in. It's not as grindy as, let's say, how WoW used to be, or it can be grindy if you choose, but it doesn't have to. So I want to thank my friend again for bringing it back, because I'm generally enjoying Destiny at the moment. Playing a little bit of PvP, playing a little bit of Gambit, strikes, gearing up my character, exploring this world, which is really interesting and always a lot of fun. Now, I praise Destiny for now. Now, so what are the negatives or things that can be improved in the future? I think first, the content drought that we had before mustn't come back. Now, the new expansion's coming next year, which will go quick, but I feel like maybe we should still get a little bit of an update around November, Christmas time, so people don't forget Destiny. There's nothing really to do. I've played the new season, so much of it, there's really nothing to do. So I think that's one thing important. Second thing is looking for raids. Like, as a casual player who doesn't have time, and life can get busy sometimes for all of us, and we don't have time to sit and raid and play with our friends all the time, like I did in Destiny 1. And if you do, that's great. I mean, I wish I had the time, because what happens in those raids, the story, the lore, like, beyond that, and what's happening for a lot of players, we don't know unless you're in a guild, and then you need to sit and gear and grind to get good gear so you can get into a raid in a team, and how these things go. So we need to get looking for raids. Maybe they'll do it, but they haven't done it since Destiny 1. We need, let's say, a Grandmaster system. Grandmaster Nightfall is for your hardcore players, like they did with the strikes, and let's say you get Grandmaster raid, and then you just get the normal raid, which gives you really average gear, but just to experience what it's about and things like that. And then focusing also still on the shooting, but I don't think Destiny will mess that up. I think the shooting will still stay good. And another thing is to focus, again, like I said before, on the RPG side. You can customize your build more. Let's say in the future, when Witch Queen comes out, that you can customize your build, your Warlock, Titan, Hunter, into unique ways how you want to play. So it doesn't feel like everyone's just using the same builds because they work in that way, which people will do probably, but just to change it a little bit, that it feels more unique. You can tweak it to how you want to play, and customizing your class and things like that, more into more of an RPG shooter. And moving on to RPG and things like that, is saying, let's say seasonal, we have I don't know, a new season comes out and they need to continue with the seasons, and we get like a exotic weapon for the season maybe, or which we do, or maybe like an exotic abilities type of thing unique to each class, so that each season feels unique and you know what you're grinding for and unlocking for your class, that not everything feels the same. And yeah, those are the things that I need improving. What we're looking for the future, I think, in Destiny is more story lore to be rich in the game, more to customize your class with the lore, and hopefully maybe I'm looking forward to, if they add a new class, that will be something, or a new race or something like that. Race is not so important, but I think a new class will freshen a lot of things than having just your usual 3 classes. I think that will freshen up a lot of things in Destiny for me personally that I would really like. And so Destiny's looking good so far. It's got a new future, new expansion that's looking interesting. Bungie's doing a good job. They're on a good roll. And if you're bored of Borderlands and looking something to loot and shoot, or you're looking for like a little bit of an MMO, Destiny offers all of that. For new players, definitely check it out, especially because it's free to play. Returning players, there's a lot of players at the moment. Crossplay is excellent, and it's a lot of fun, guys. Destiny's still on a really good path, and I'm happy to see this game grow and getting better. And I'm enjoying it quite a lot at the moment. But guys, let me know. Are you playing Destiny? Are you coming back? Or are you looking to come back? Or you hate Destiny at the moment? Please let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. It really, really helps us on this channel. And I'll see you guys all in the next one.